What's up, legends? Welcome to the Democast. I'm Jack, here with my co-host Alex. What's going on, man?
Just keeping it alive, man. You almost fumbled my name.
Yeah, I almost fucked the whole show.
So good, man. So good. How you been, man?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, hell yeah. Real quick, sorry, I was going to jump into Crankworks, but real quick. Oh, far out. And that's the wrap, guys. That's the show. I wanted to have a quick shout out to the merch drop. Oh, I hate saying merch; it's a bad term for me. But the clothing line of Sleeper, as you see, Jack, I both got it on. I don't have my shit in the way. But yeah, Sleeper's hopefully out this week now.
Hopefully, yeah. We got all the stock in.
Yeah.
Just waiting on me to build the website, essentially.
Yeah. Pull your finger out.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of time in the making, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
10, 12 months-ish in there, or at least of me complaining. So that's pretty good. You'll see it come out over pretty much all the socials and all out, but definitely go check it out.
Yeah.
Have a look. Yeah,
for sure.
sweet.
I'm actually pretty excited about it, to be fair.
Same, man. Love it. The jumper's so comfy, man. Yeah. Jumper's already sold out, unfortunately, but the pre-order's in, so put your pre-orders in for them if you want them.
Yeah, we'll be launching a pre-order for the hoodies with the rest of it.
Unfortunately,
because we did like a bit of a sample run of the hoodies, and they just went
immediately. Yeah, so I thought we were going to be able to hold them for a little bit longer than that, but unfortunately not. Right. Crankworks, man. How was it?
It was so good. We had a bit of weather, but so that kind of slowed us down a little bit. The slope boys didn't get a whole lot of time on course.
Yep.
But I was quite impressed, to be honest, with how much they got done in their contest run, considering that pretty much that was the first time all of them had done those tricks.
Nuts, man. Because was it only a short period of time that they got because of the rain out?
So we did the first course walk was on Tuesday afternoon.
Yep.
They got a little bit of time on course Wednesday morning, which is when Max knocked himself out, because I was there filming with Max and he knocked himself out. To be fair, he said he didn't go to sleep.
Yeah.
He was very concussed.
I would have wanted to go to sleep if that was me, for sure.
So they got a little bit of time on course Wednesday morning, and then like a few bits and pieces, but nothing really until like 2 hours. They had 2 hours before the comp. And that's pretty much all. And that was on Sunday, and pretty much none of them had ridden since. They rode a little bit Wednesday, Thursday.
That's so sticky to try and put together a competition-winning run. Yep. And that shit's big, man, hey.
I don't think anyone had really done a top-to-bottom run of the whole course until the contest.
And some of those guys were double flipping like features on that.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Which is pretty hectic. I'll grab the riders list up.
Yeah, please.
But I think there was 16 riders total between the men's and women's.
Yeah. So they all did good. They all did real fucking good.
So yeah, the 2 hours before the contest, it's not like they just had a clear track. Like there was 16 of them trying to ride it at once. Like it was pretty hectic.
And I seen wind was a little bit of a factor in the actual
it's
in the actual runs.
That last section at Cairns is always a bit windy. It's just so exposed. It gets like a mad. It's kind of in a valley as well, so it gets a really bad crosswind across the bottom part of the course.
Typical Australia to do something in a nice wet tropical area. Hey.
Yeah.
You said, you were filming with Max, which would have been, I no doubt, an absolute blast.
Yeah, it was cool to hang out with him for the week, but unfortunately he didn't really get to ride. I was really looking forward to just getting some banger clips.
I seen his YouTube was up. That was good.
Yeah. So there is a second one coming out. There is a second YouTube video that I filmed with him. We're just sorting out the logistics of me trying to send him hundreds of gigabytes of videos to that.
Just send the hard drive.
At this point, it would have been easier for me to just post my hard drive to Sweden because it's been a nightmare.
Yeah, jeez.
But yeah.
Yeah, give us some highlights of it. Give us
yeah, so obviously filming with Max was a bit of a highlight. That was pretty sick, even though he didn't really get to ride too much. But just kind of hanging out with everyone. Yeah, it was good. The first year that I went, I only had the bronze media accreditation, which is the lowest level. So they essentially just let you in.
Yeah. To the front door, stand in the crowd.
Yeah, they're we'll let you in.
Yeah.
You're in the crowd. But,
Yeah.
so yeah, last year I was just kind of like perched up on the hill, tried to get up there early so I could get a good spot to film.
Yeah.
But had full course access this year, which was pretty sick, and kind of got to hang out with everyone, which was cool.
So with full course, you get to roll. I mean, like I seen you on a feature on the broadcast. Yeah. But yeah, you can just sort of
Pretty much as long as you're not like
on the track.
on the riding surface, you
Yeah.
can be wherever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Much like, actually, Threadbow, we were on the riding surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sweet. The guys would have been sick to hang out with as
Yeah,
well.
it was so good.
Yeah.
It was really cool. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it, really. I tried to film as much slope style as I could. Slope style is definitely the most exciting thing to film.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had quite a few rain delays. Most of the other events still kind of go ahead. Mm-hmm. Like they just run downhill regardless of the weather. But,
Yeah, that's sort of downhill, hey.
And
naughty.
when they ran the race, I didn't even go over to the course. Hey?
Yeah.
I was just like, I am not trying to climb up that fucking mudslide in the rain with all my camera gear.
God, no. Yeah.
I sat in the athlete zone and edited videos.
Yeah. Well done to those riders, but of all comps in there. Yeah. That's nuts. But like being Crankworks, Crankworks holds a bit of a little special place in your heart for
for sure.
Not where it started, but definitely like
That was my first mountain bike event that I ever filmed.
There was definitely a level up that happened. When was that? Last year?
Yeah, it was the Cairns round last year was my first one, which was sick. It's so good to just hang out with there's so many media guys and girls.
Yeah.
But just the media crew there is sick. It's just cool hanging out with everyone.
Do you all sort of like get together at the end of the day and do stuff, or does everyone sort of piss off to their respective areas?
So they do have like a media center where they have like internet connection and all that kind of stuff. So you're kind of in and out of there a bit, edit and stuff.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of hangs out. But a lot of us are kind of hanging out more or less together. We're obviously not trying to get all exactly the same clips, so we're not standing all in exactly the same spots, but we're all kind of like interacting and laughing and having a good time on the course as well.
What about like after the event, like just say like day one's done, do you all like go out for dinner type thing? Because like Threadbow seemed like that.
Yeah, a little bit. It kind of depends. I feel like early on in the week, everyone's kind of just skedaddles, and because everyone's got videos to deliver or photos or whatever they're doing. So everyone kind of goes their own way a little bit after the event, just because it is so time sensitive that like you kind of need to get, especially if you're delivering stuff to brands, they usually want it pretty quickly because they want it to be relevant to the event. Like by the time the event's over, the content's almost a little bit stale by that point.
As someone that's not been in that field and that point of view before, it's easy to get lost in that, because in my mind, you just get to go watch bikes and then hang out with all the riders and do cool shit. There's not like this. Like you got deliverables you need to pump out there, man. You have shit you have to do. You're there to work.
Yeah, for sure. And I was lucky enough that like not a lot of my stuff really had I didn't have too many gnarly deadlines.
Yeah.
Like I was working on a Monster Army video up there with Sam Tui as well while I was up there, but there's no real deadline on that really. So that's not super time sensitive. So it's not like I was under the pump too much. But even for like the demo Instagram, like I want to get stuff out that day.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
like I like you kind of want to flood Instagram with content like as early as you can.
As it's happening.
Because like people know that the event is on. Like they're looking to see what's going on.
And there'd be so many good brands and like people to work with, not just even brands, like other like content creators and stuff.
It's so cool just being able to hang out with like, there's so many like-minded people that we're all there kind of doing the same thing. Like we're all chasing brands, we're all trying to get work, we're all like,
because it's where you started with Monster, right? Like that's
So last year is kind of when I got linked up with Monster. That was kind of funny actually. We like they invited me to the Pit Viper after party. And just kind of went and hung out with the guys from Monster, which I did again this year. We went to the Pit Viper after party and hung out with the Monster guys, which was pretty sick. But that party is what got me my whole Monster gig last year. It was just and purely like, you know, I already had like some contact with like kind of the Queensland rep for Monster, so just through like work at Rival. Like
Yeah.
we had kind of run into him a few times, but I feel like that's such a big thing where having those like face-to-face interactions where like
Very much so.
we didn't talk business at all. We're at an after party, but
Yeah.
like if I had like if it was just an email thread, like
Wouldn't have been the same.
it wouldn't have been the same kind of thing.
That live interaction changes things a lot.
Changes a lot. Hey?
Just get to know who the person is.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, and like if you're going to be working with these people, I think it's pretty important to like get along.
Yeah, very much so.
And
Yeah, like any business though, there's no. In my opinion, there is no difference from. In the broad scheme, there's no difference from the person that sits next to me in the office to the person that's doing my content for work. I need the same level of effort and have the same rapport to be able to go to both of them with a discrepancy and expect the same sort of result out of it.
Yeah.
So if it's just a random email, it could be
anyone,
it could be me on the other end of it, and I can't film for shit.
Yeah.
I can word stuff, but I can word a pretty email, but without anything to show. I guess like that face to face, you sort of get that like you know who it is. You could bust out your phone and be like, "This is what I'm doing right now." Like you have that sort of live database for them.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a really big thing that I try and do, like when I am approaching brands and stuff. For whether it's for like I'm doing video content for them, like I do at Crankworks or whatever, like, or if it's like someone I'm trying to do a brand deal with for like my own Instagram. I really think there's something to like showing, not asking, where if I can go to them, and if we use the brand deal as an example, if I go to them and go, this is content that I'm already making with potentially like a competitor's product, I mean, like I would much rather be making this content with your product, like let's try and do something, instead of being like, oh, well, if you give me whatever product, then I'll start making the content. Being able to like show it up front, or it's the same with brands even, where, and that's all I did at Crankworks last year because I had no work lined up for Crankworks last year. I just paid my own way there and just went and filmed and just tried to make these connections. I'm doing the same thing this year with brands that I want to work with. Is because obviously, like Demo is a bit of a media outlet on its own, so I'm going to edit videos to release on Demo. So I'll just like pick out athletes that are writing for these brands that I want to work to, and I'll edit up the video like I normally would and release it on Demo. But then I'll shoot the company like a Google Drive link and be like, hey, this is like, I've just edited this up for myself, but it's of one of your athletes. You can have the clip if you want, like you're welcome to use it. But like, if you like it, like let's try and sort something out in the future, and let's like do some stuff together.
Happy to hone into something you want with this as well. Yeah, absolutely. And it's so something just sparked in my head then when you mentioned before about the that like promise thing. I had someone reach out recently with Sleeper and they were like, give me 10 shirts, already go away, but like give me 10 shirts and like I'll drum up some business. No, that's you I have to pay twice now. Like, I have to pay twice for a promise that I don't know and have no proof is factual for it. And all businesses are made off money. So, like, if you can't benefit them in some way, why should they spend money on you twice?
Yeah, it needs to be a two-way street.
Yeah, very much so, man. But it is good. I do enjoy that flow of networking that you do of here's the product. Because then you're giving now a bit of value for that bit of value back then. And that's right. It's a mutually exclusive. No, it's not mutually exclusive. It is a mutually beneficial. Thank you. Like exchange. Absolutely.
Which it needs to be. I feel like so many people, especially in the content world, whether it is like deliverables, because I guess I do it in two different ways. There's like me like filming athletes and delivering content to brands, and it's basically got nothing to do with me. Like the end result has got nothing. Like I'm hands off basically. There's like me creating content for companies like on my own Instagram, which I do with like Hyper and Fist and those guys who help me out with product, and then I in return like push their product and make it seem like a cool, fun thing.
Yeah.
And it's not me just posting going, oh, my new gloves fit like a glove. Go and buy some.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it look cool and fun and interesting, so that other people, when like they just have like a good association with the brand, I guess. So,
but like I know personally multiple people that have built bikes because you run that bike, and like I mean I wouldn't have ever went to Fist Gloves. I was an Alpine Glove before you and I started riding together, and from that I only run Fist now,
and they are genuinely so good.
They are that. To be fair,
they are actually very good.
They seem like cool people as well.
Yeah,
and again, and that's my thing. To me, I'm like, and from what I've heard from you, they seem like good fucking lads. So
They're
even if their product is on par with the brand of like my preferred, they seem like cooler people. But also, you know, like my mate, like they work with and support my mate.
Yeah.
So of course I'm going to go there then.
Yeah.
Because we should all be fucking clapping for each other as part of this. But yeah, and like very much so. And now I have 25 pairs of Fist gloves and would fucking... I mean, I know, I've seen your shed.
Oh, man.
Fucking paint your walls with them.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I will still buy a new pair every time I see one I like, though.
Yeah.
Like, I already have too many and will continue to get too many the whole way through. So it works. It works in that sense exactly.
Yeah. And I think... I had a conversation with someone about this, like at Crankworks, of like I guess the best way to ask for something, whether it's as like me as a content creator, whether I'm asking for product or I'm asking for budget, or if it's another brand who's, you know, asking someone to trust them enough to buy their product. Mm-hmm. You essentially, it's always an ask, basically. Mm-hmm. But the best way to ask for something is to give.
Yeah.
So if you can give value in some way up front instead of asking up front, I feel like that is... it's not so much of a, well, if I give, then they owe me something.
Yeah, that's a shit mentality.
But if you are willing to give something to whoever your like intended customer, client, whatever, if you can give something to them, then it kind of brings their guard down a little bit, where they're like, well, this person's already willing to give to us.
Yeah.
Like, how can we make this a two-way street? You know what I mean? Where it's not like you making a promise and you going, well, you establish your side of the street first and then I'll think about my side of the street.
Very much so. I feel like it makes it a less abrasive handover because it's not you giving into empty hands. It's right. I'm going to give you 75 cents. You give me $1. Right. They don't come out as like less, and you might not get that. You might not get an entire bike that you now can like take a photo of. Yeah. But there's something in there, you know, like there is that mutual beneficial handover. Yeah. And you need it because you want to stand out. Because you got 50 people in the emails being like, I can do this for you if you give me this. Yeah. And I've heard it personally from people that we've been around, both big names and like people like myself, you know, of like, oh, they should give me this and I'll do this for them. They shouldn't do anything. Yeah. No, like how are you getting your name out there? What is your like networking process? So they be like, oh, fucking Stephen. We know Stephen's a good lad. Stephen's nice to deal with. He was friendly. He was helpful. And we already have a portfolio of him right here. Don't have a filmer? Fuck, how are we going to get someone to this event? Where's Stephen? Yeah. You're Stephen.
Yeah. And I think you see that a lot in just with like, I guess, like we're obviously around like other BMX riders quite a lot. And I see it in moto a bit as well, where you get people that have that mentality where there are people that are creating the content and like ticking all the boxes, and they're getting rewarded with product from brands, and brands want to work with them because they've got a track record of proving all these things. But how many people do you know that go, well, I could make all that content if someone gave me the product for free?
Oh yeah.
It's like, that's not how it works. You have to do it. That happens the other way around. You have to show that you can do it
before you get the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, oh, you
and it's the same with video work. It's like, oh, well, I could be creating that level of work if these brands wanted to work with me. Yeah. Show that you can make that level of work, and then some brands might want to work with you, but they're not gonna give you budget on a promise.
Because that's the same to be like, give me the same stuff that like the world's best rides with, and I will be the next world best.
Yeah.
No, it's a matter of what I can do. I could be a lazy cunt and have all the stuff in the world.
Yeah.
Ain't going to do anything with it.
Yeah, sure.
Very much so. But like, yeah, you have a good networking like flow with that. I have a question. I mean, like, if you're happy for us to move on.
Yeah, for sure.
Just on that, what are some good like do's and don'ts in your opinion of like networking and stuff like that? Like, how do you build that rapport with people? Because there's people that we know that are coming up in the film industry,
Yeah, for sure.
or media industry that
Yeah.
what would I like potentially benefit from stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure. There's two big ones for me. The first one being what we were just talking about. Like, don't ask, show. Like, show what you can do, not ask for budget or product,
Yeah,
and then promise that you're going to do something on the back end of that.
very much like an earn it.
Yeah, 100% and earn it. That's the main one for me. Is like show that you can produce the end result that you're promising before you ask for whatever it is you're asking for, whether it's budget, whether it's product, any of those things. Yeah, show that you can actually do it.
Yep.
The second one is, which is another really big one for me. These are the two really big things for me. The second one is you got to get to these events. Like, you got to. For me, Crankworks was a very like pivotal moment in my like media business.
Yeah.
Because you can send all the emails that you want, but like nothing compares to that like face-to-face interaction. And I think I've potentially made some more really good contacts from this year's Crankworks.
Yep.
Kind of yet to be determined, but just judging on the interactions that I had and comparing that to previous interactions I've had, and then where those relationships have gone.
And like that first Crankworks, that was out of your own pocket, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
That was crashing at your mate's house on his lounge, right? Yeah. That was some shit in there. That wasn't like a big glamorous thing.
I think I sold one video for like $150. I didn't even cover my flights.
That's nuts.
But my demo wouldn't be where it is now without that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I just tried to make the absolute best videos that I could while I was there, and invited every athlete as a collaborator. And I got some, and I didn't get some. But the ones that I did get, where the athletes saw the video and went, "Oh, this is dope, I'm going to accept the collaborator invite," I made sure in those videos that I had tagged all of the riders' sponsors as well. So when they accepted that collaborator invite, and it obviously got posted over onto their shit, and then all of their sponsors had seen it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of then how I got linked up with a few brands to move forward and kind of actually start doing some proper work for them.
Creates a really nice traffic as well. Yeah. Very much so.
100%. So yeah, but those face-to-face interactions are massive.
Very good fundamental.
Yeah. And yeah, like whether it's at an event or whether you actually like link up with someone to go and organize a meeting. Yeah, those meetings usually could have been an email, but like you just don't get the same traction that you get when you're like, you've seen how fired I come back from whenever I have a meeting with Fist.
Yeah, next time can I please go to one of them? I just want to go because you come out of that shit so fired, dude. I just want to go sit in the corner. Yeah. Just to hang out in there.
And it's 80% just talking absolute rubbish, and like 20% here's the plan we have for like whatever media stuff we're doing.
Yeah, which sounds awesome. And they just seem like awesome people to work with. Yeah, which is wild.
But yeah, like more often than not, like if I'm sending out emails trying to get this stuff organized, it just goes nowhere.
Yeah.
And because like with companies like that, like how many emails are they getting? Like it's so hard for them to kind of like engage properly.
Yeah.
Or if I'm in front of them and I'm like, this is the idea, they're like, sick, let's do it.
I think this is a good point on the table for this. Is like in your line of work is you are the person like trying to drum up the work for it.
Yeah.
And my line is I'm like surfing through suppliers to try and find the supplier to work from. Which is a good in different realms, but the same bit of it. And like you're right in what you said. If I have someone come out and they're already nice to deal with, they're good, they're helpful, especially if they're knowledgeable as well in what they're doing. always a good start. I have one just to add into like your list of fundamentals. Pardon me. People that shit talk down other brands, get out. Yeah. If I had one on Friday come and was like, ours heaps better than this, their shit with this, their shit with that, their shit with this. Like, stop already. If you're,
I already don't want to deal with you.
Yeah, anyone that is willing to belittle someone else to get ahead,
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that might work for other people that have the same mentality, and it'll be the same for you when the next person comes along.
Yeah.
But it builds no loyalty. And to me, that's like that lack of loyalty. That's that lack of respect in there as well. Just not for me.
And I think that's what makes, like, hanging out with all the media dudes at Crankworks, that's what makes that such a sick experience, is that we're obviously all at some, not that I think that we're like necessarily all the best, but like we're all at some standard to even be at Crankworks.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So everyone claps for everyone so hard.
Yeah.
And even on Instagram, like we're all like, whenever any of us post a video or we see, like if I see a video that's been posted by a brand and I know who's filmed it, I'm commenting on it and tagging them and being fuck yeah, this is sick. Like absolutely killing it. Like
gassing them up.
Yeah. And everyone does it.
Yeah.
Like all the media guys at Crankworks are all like, every video that I've posted from Crankworks, I can guarantee there's multiple comments from the other media guys that were there, just gassing it up. And I've been in comments of everyone's just been like, yes, this is sick.
I think that is an important thing. Like people in your industry to be gassing them up for it, man. A weird like little off branch of this, but like because I want to bring it up as well because it matches into networking and like gassing up someone in the industry. Kelly.
I didn't actually know.
Under the radar for me, to be fair.
I didn't know until the other day that the girls page was hers.
Yeah. And she does a newsletter in the Bloom as well. But like, first of all, like for my side, first of all, well done for supporting female writers, both like new and like seasoned. Yeah. Well done, Kelly. Love that. Yeah, well done.
Perfect.
And then creating a nice environment for them as well, because Because to be fair, everyone needs an environment, and it like, I mean, the mail industry, and it seems to have the environment anywhere they go. You sort of like have that, where it's good to see that there is, especially because I feel like it would be an intimidating industry to get into. Fuck, it was intimidating for you and I. It's intimidating for everyone. And they're making a safe space for them, which fucking well done. Like pumped on her on that. So pumped for her for getting out and getting that done. Yeah. And like setting up jams and stuff like that, which is sick. Like got one
I think I'm going to try and go out to that. Actually, I haven't told Kelly yet, but I'll probably message her this afternoon. We'll go and film some stuff for that. I think. Yeah,
I'd love to come down, have a ride, or like even just hang out. You know, like because just pumped for her on that. But a good example of one real G's move in silence like lasagna.
I love that though. That like she didn't tell anyone I'm gonna do whatever.
Nah.
She's just done it.
Just did it.
And it's shown up.
Well
and we've
done.
all gone, oh, this is sick.
Proud as fuck for her. That. And doing a good thing for the industry and networking. And I mean, like, she was already at the park. She was doing stuff. She could have just sat there on her phone
and done nothing.
Yeah. But she seen an opportunity, not only an opportunity for herself, but for others, and is clapping for those around her. So big props to Kelly for that, for sure.
Yeah, that's sick. I'm actually keen to kind of like jump in on that a little bit more, that like actually know that it's her.
Yeah, same.
Because I'd seen it pop up a few times on Instagram and I was like, oh, I wonder who this is. Like, but yeah, I think that'd be cool to kind of get.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Get clapping for that. Be mad.
Anything else you want to throw in? Any other points? Because we haven't seen each other for like 2 weeks now, so a bit rusty on the old pod.
No, not massive really. Yeah. I think next Crankworks is only in like 3 weeks. Yeah. Oh, actually, it's probably 2 weeks now.
Where's that at?
It's in Innsbruck, which is Austria.
Oh, nice. Sorry, really not Crankworks related.
Yep.
See that I believe, this is, you fact check me, that they took the big jump out of Hardline.
I'm pretty sure they did, yeah.
Thank God.
Oh, that was so dumb. I hated it.
Thank God. That shit was naughty.
Yeah, and the stupid little crash mats they had at the bottom of the
fuck was that going to do when you're falling from the sky? Jesus. But speaking of amazing things, Village.
Oh, yeah.
Well done, Chris Courtney, on that one.
I'm so keen for that to open up.
Same.
We were looking at photos of it just before
Yeah.
we started recording. Very keen for the new village to open up.
Chris is a mint dad, man. You see him out. I seen a photo of him today out there with his little fella at the park. Fucking oath, dude.
Yeah.
Well
yeah.
done.
I'm heaps keen to get him on the pod, hopefully
same.
soon.
I just like hanging out with him too, hey? He's just
he's
such a good dude to hang out with.
Such a good dude. I think it'd be a pretty interesting story how he kind of like, how his career progressed from being like a writer into now like a pretty great businessman.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Into the entrepreneur. Yeah. It would be sweet.
I didn't know you knew French.
Yeah. Baguette, cigarette, all the same, right?
But yeah, I think that'd be cool because I don't know a lot about his writing career, to be fair.
No, neither.
But
I'm ignorant to everyone. You could show me a photo of myself on Instagram and I've never seen that account before in my life. But it was only like recently have I started to see just how good he was too. Which is mint.
Yeah.
So it would be, I'm heaps keen to get Chris on.
Yeah, that'd be sick, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm so keen for the new park to open. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I knew that they were changing it, obviously, but I didn't expect.
Have you been out there?
I haven't been out there. I haven't made
Let's
it
go
out.
out Wednesday.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just get on tools and shit like that if need be. Because it was fun. It was fun as shit ripping those things out.
Yeah,
though. But yeah, we'll go out Wednesday. Even give him a hand or whatnot.
Yeah.
Bring the bike and have a roll the resi.
Oh, yeah, because the resi section's
Yeah.
running.
I don't think you're allowed to, but like,
We'll squeeze a roll in.
special treatment.
Yeah. Get some VIP wristbands.
Yeah. Get that good media pass. But yeah, another one. He had mad comments to say about camera because he wants to start filming and stuff as well. So
Yeah. I always have a heaps good chat with him about camera gear whenever he's at the village.
Everything. He's just, and that's what I like. He seems vastly knowledgeable in so many different areas.
Yeah.
And it's not just surface level. It seems like he has like a good understanding of shit, which is mint. But yeah, next Crankworks. Sorry, I cut you off mad there.
Yeah. So next Crankworks is in Innsbruck, which is on June 12th to 16th.
Yeah.
That seems very short.
That's 4 days.
Yeah.
I mean, they got less than that at Cairns.
Yeah, true. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I really want to get to some more next year. I definitely want to go to Roto in New Zealand next year.
Just see if you can somehow swindle like travel expenses for the wife as well, and just
Yeah. That's good. I already hit her up about that. I was like, "How do you feel about doing like all 4 rounds?" Like, because it's only 4 weeks out of the year.
Yeah. Because we were talking about this yesterday about like South America and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
It was you and I talking about it.
You're confused. There's not a Crankworks in South America.
No.
But
I'm
we
just saying,
were talking about South America.
Let's find excuses to go overseas, do stuff.
Yeah, so I think that'd be sick because it's Roto, which is in New Zealand, Cairns, Innsbruck in Austria, and then Whistler in Canada are the 4.
Yeah, New Zealand would be sick as well.
Yeah.
Love
And that's pretty early in the year.
the Kiwis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to get over to at least the New Zealand one next year.
That'd be sick. Hell yeah.
But the dream is kind of to get to all of them, to be fair.
You'll get them.
That'd be
Easy.
sick.
Hell yeah, I'm pretty much out of information.
Yeah, mad. Yeah, that's
Yourself?
pretty much.
Yeah. There's a nice little ease back into it before.
Did you see they took a dirt bike down the hardline track?
I did.
That was pretty cool.
Well done.
I was surprised the mountain bike was faster.
Yeah, those like tight turns, man. Hey.
Yeah, I knew obviously like those tight turns were gonna like pull them up a little bit, but I thought once it opened up, like the dirt bike could be so much quicker.
Was a 2-stroke.
That's probably the problem.
I think it was a gas too.
I think it was a beta actually.
Just as bad.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! For those playing at home, Jack rides a gas.
Yeah.
Just for the reference of why I was talking shit about it. It could have been worse. Could have been an Apple.
You have a Husky, which is the same thing.
It's heaps better.
It's the same.
For those that aren't watching the video, his face is turning red right now. Right, let's go.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm good, man. That's sick. I'm keen to get onto the next one and back into the flow of it.
Yeah, sweet. Cool. Well, yeah, we'll keep an eye out. We'll be posting everywhere once the Sleeper. Not
Fucked
even
up my
close.
name and our brand. Well done. Yeah.
Horrible. Anyway,
Yeah, keep an eye on the socials.
yeah, we'll post some stuff when Sleeper is live.
Yep.
Heaps keen for that.
Yeah,
I'm
sweet.
so stoked with all the stuff.
Yeah, keep the messages coming in. Loving them. I got a couple throughout the week, which was really good.
Yeah. I actually got one this morning, which was pretty dope.
Hell yeah, love that. But yeah, keep them coming. All sorts of fun questions, fucking topics, anything. Just shoot us some stuff.
Yep.
Man, I've had a few that are just general chats, which I fucking loved, man. Had
So
a really good one, which was fucking heartwarming. So yeah, keep it going. Love it.
Sweet. Easy as. Well, yeah, we'll appreciate if you give us a share. If you found this at all helpful, interesting, funny, any of the above, give us a share. We appreciate it. It helps a lot to get the podcast out when people are kind of sharing it and stuff. So it helps us out quite a bit if you can give us a share.
Love it.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
See you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.